Chuck? Are we at Chuck's? We're at Chuck's. I know this now. We're learning. Damn it! No, I'm wrong! Oh, no. I've learned nothing. I know nothing. Jon Snow.
Name? Charles McGill.
Oh, hello. Flashbacks. Okay. Oh, is it for Jimmy? Is it for Saul? He's visiting Saul, isn't he? Gotta be. Slipping Jimmy.
Here's Johnny.
There he is.
Forget the property damage and assault charges.
Oh.
Labeled a sex offender.
Oh, no.
I'm not the lawyer here, okay? But it was a...
Interesting. So, yeah, so we know from Chuck. Chuck kind of takes him under his wing, I guess, and then, you know, is like, look here, become a lawyer, I guess.
I haven't seen you in, what, 5 years?
Yeah, I don't think his son then.
You have mom call me?
Okay.
You didn't cry to her on the phone?
What? No. She hears what she wants to hear, okay?
It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry, dude. Let it out.
I know I'm a lousy brother.
Brother. Oh, why didn't I... Well, I know I didn't call that because he's got white hair in the future and Saul's got, well, less hair. So that actually kind of makes sense. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. And now I realise why he's not calling him dad. Fair enough. That would be weird. It's a very odd kink.
And it's about time that I started to make both of us proud.
Don't believe a word. I'm so sorry.
Guard?
Yeah.
Wait, Chuck.
Jimmy, if I do this.
Chuck feels like such a dad. He's got dad energy, man.
Everything you're involved with, that's over.
So interesting as well because I'm starting to see the, I guess, the parallels between what's happening here and what's happening in the present, past. It's pretty cool. Because obviously, you know, we've got here in the flashback, Chuck is helping Jimmy out, right? I know I'm calling him Jimmy, not settling on it, okay? Just behave yourself, okay? And then in the future, you know, you got Chuck a little bit under the weather, maybe taken advantage of. We don't really know that full picture yet, let's be honest. I don't really know it at the moment. But Saul is fighting his corner, you know, and he's the lawyer. And he's trying to get stuff done and look after. And so it's interesting that we've got that. I just love that parallel.
Whatever it is, I'll do it.
What issues has Saul got? He's clearly got, you know what I mean? He's clearly struggling with something.
Help me.
And I'm curious as to the why. And also, you know, now that we know Chuck is not the dad, it's like, okay, mum's been mentioned. Chuck is the brother. Where is the dad? Why is the dad not mentioned, not in the picture? And it makes me think, you know, because it goes back, Breaking Bad was so good with nurturing or the lack thereof, throwing their characters into criminality, right? That's such a big theme. And so now I'm wondering, right, what kind of childhood has Saul had? That's where I'm kind of going. And I do feel like, because, you know, he's crying on the phone to his mum, he clearly feels at least a little bit safe with her. Chuck, I guess, is his safety net. They've got a relationship, even if they haven't seen each other in 5 years. And so I wonder where the trauma, which is kind of what I'm feeling at the moment, is coming from. Dad, maybe. Also, by the way, now that I know Chuck is his brother, I do wonder whether he actually might still be alive in Breaking Bad, and actually this kind of sets a precedence for him disowning Saul, just because I've seen where the path, you know what I mean? It feels like last episode when Saul was like, oh, I'm not, you know, going back to it, which I guess now we know is this stuff, right? I feel like, you know, it would be very easy for Chuck to, I guess, get to his last straw with Saul. Maybe Saul has to go on the run and break ties, and Chuck kind of lets him go. I don't know. It kind of opens the door more so for that to happen. I know he's ill as well, so I don't know. But it kind of messes with your expectations a little bit with this flashback. Hello and welcome to another Better Call Saul Sunday, the show that happens every single Sunday until we are finished with it. Today we are doing episode 3 called NACHO. Man, I'm so excited, I'll be honest with you, because as you saw last episode, we're very interested in him. So let's see. It also supplies a little bit more added context to Nacho coming in and Saul rejecting him too. This is a much bigger decision now. There are much bigger stakes, and me as the audience, I'm not so much on the side of like, go down that path, even though we know. I think again, that pain, it's more painful now because I know where he goes. I know it must all go a little bit up for him. And so, I feel that pain all of a sudden, you know, because I'm like, oh no, he's going to disappoint Chuck. He's going to go down that path. He's going to relapse, I think, to a certain extent. And it just becomes a little bit more sad.
Hello?
Is this the lady from the firm?
Hey, what you doing?
Sleeping.
No, I'm not talking dirty to you.
Oh, that's been a thing though. Okay, fair enough.
You think that's the only reason I would call you at this time of night?
What? Yes. Yes.
And you're not talking dirty to me either.
Okay, bye.
I knew it.
PG phone conversation. PG-13 at worst.
I'm very curious what PG-13 means to him.
Craig Kettleman, yeah.
Come on, Jimmy Hamlin is not that bad.
I'm also very curious, by the way, because like Saul in Breaking Bad is very much not hiding. Is he in Albuquerque right now? I kind of felt like he was, but maybe I'm wrong with that. I'm not actually sure. But I'm like, he's not hiding because he's got the adverts right on the TV. You know, he's got his billboards and all that stuff. I suppose he changes his name, right? But like, I'm just curious because like obviously Jesse and Walt held him up and he was like, it's been pointed out to me now that Nacho is Ignacio, who he does mention in that, and so that makes me believe that Nacho is still alive during Breaking Bad. Also makes me believe that, you know, this show does go at some point alongside Breaking Bad timelines wise. I wonder, I'm not sure. All of that kind of makes me think that. And so I'm like, how is Nacho not kind of put onto him? What is keeping Nacho from him? Maybe it is the name change. That seems flimsy though, especially because he's got the adverts and stuff. So many questions. Sorry, I am just kind of stream of consciousness right now. But yeah, lots of questions.
How much exactly did Kettleman get away with?
Excuse me, innocent until proven guilty?
Ooh, is he digging a little bit?
I'm not talking details as a case with you. Good night.
Good on you, mate. Yeah, well done.
Kettleman isn't careful with that money. I mean,
Is that your game, Saul? I think he's using this as a guise, maybe, to get more info.
That the family might be in danger.
spinning thoughts.
You sure?
Yeah, she's quick. She's sharp. Man, I'm not being funny. Someone wakes me up at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever it is. I am not this coherent. Yeah.
I'm no hero.
Okay. Maybe your conscience is still working at him, trying to subtly hint that, you know, there is some danger. I tell you what, that is one massive whack he's about to go on. Wow. Either that or he's got a massive... Hello. I think, is he really, yeah, I think he is. I think he's trying to warn them.
Kettleman, you're in danger. You're in...
Okay.
This is a warning. You're in danger.
Hey, I tell you what, it's pretty effective though.
Kettleman, you're in danger. They're coming for your money. Bye.
No, dude, they know your voice. Very sweet, very well intentioned, but kind of stupid. Walt just comes out of the shadows. Could you imagine? Oh my god, the fucking scream that would come out of me. Oh, there is someone there though.
Can't do it, McGill.
Oh, I hate that I recognize this guy's voice, man. Pay with a prior.
Oh, I was thinking Daryl Redwood, Desmond Rojas.
Okay, go.
Start over.
And you can't tell one defendant from another? 90 days with good behavior, we're doing this.
I accept the deal.
What's going on with this guy? I feel like this guy's going to come into it a little bit more. You know, he's been like 2 consecutive episodes. What's his deal? Who's he killed? No, sorry. That's immediately one end of the spectrum. I'll run it back. I'm sorry.
What do you mean? What did I mean?
Oh, the lady? Yeah, she's on it. Mike,
I'm in
please.
a real rush.
You got
I
the
didn't have
stickers?
time to get the valid.
Oh my god, no. He's not going to let you through, dude.
I don't have it.
Oh, Saul, man. Help yourself, please.
Gonna make me walk back and get the stickers.
I'm not making you do anything. Those are the rules.
Interesting line. Oh.
Screw you, geezer!
What's the move, Mike? He's not going to let that go. Ooh. Nacho, well, the name of the episode is Nacho. He's absolutely going to come back and have a little bit of a word with Saul, I think. Saul's the only one who knows. Oh, hello. Mr. McSuit suit person. Hamlin. I do know his name. I'm sorry.
I was surfing the police scanner. I heard there was big activity out there.
Yeah, and it's really dangerous for Saul as well, because he literally was like, if you're a rat, you're going to pay or something. Like, I mean, Saul, dude, you got to be more careful, man.
Neighbor was walking the dog last night, saw the front door wide open.
What?
The place is ransacked, no sign of the family.
What?
We're still figuring it out.
What happened? Okay, well, this is interesting. Did they go and confront the guy and then the guy did something? Yeah, and she's going to be like, hey, what was that call about, dude?
You want to be supportive?
Tell me.
why you said those things last night.
Exactly.
I'm just reading tea leaves.
So the same night you worry about them, they
Yeah,
disappear?
Yeah.
sus.
It's not just Craig and Betsy Kettleman, it's their 2 kids.
Yike, man. What happened? I feel like it's not as drastic as what it's been made out to be, but hey, who knows?
Nacho, leave it.
Okay.
Want to help you de-escalate your situation.
This is dangerous. I mean, one, it's assuming Nacho's done something. I'm not entirely sure he has. Maybe. But also, this is kind of showing that you know a lot of what's going on. And it's like, how do you know? And it's like, okay, you're responsible. He's putting himself in a lot of danger. So interesting as well, that we keep getting like these little pepperings of Mike's inclusion into the show. I love that. I really do. And I know that there's more of him to come. It does keep reminding me of him though. And I do feel like it makes makes me start to speculate as to his inclusion in the show and what he becomes to Saul. Do you know what I mean? Because I see Saul getting into these situations where he's in danger, or he's getting himself into danger possibly, or, you know, things are getting more dangerous, right? You know, we've seen Tuco, we've seen Nacho, and we've seen that side of things coming into it, and he's been trying to, you know, they're trying to usher him into that. I do wonder if Mike at some point not becomes a bodyguard, but like, I guess, you know, a tool, not a tool, but like, I guess a tool of the show as to help Saul get out of that stuff, because he's very, you know, good with that. I just feel like, to me at least, at this moment in the show, it makes me believe that the potential for it, and the potential for like Saul and Mike and how that can go, considering the board as we have it right now, is so interesting. So interesting. And again, for me at least, is building that anticipation all the more.
Just to clarify, look, I don't know anything.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
I have spoken to no one.
Dude.
Nah, there are no rats on this ship, but...
Okay. Squeak, squeak, motherfucker. Don't do it again. Don't. Yeah, I know you messed up. Okay, fine. You can't. There's nothing to be gained from talking more to the guy. Leaving more messages. Always stop.
There is a fire.
Okay, Saul, you're panicking, dude.
This is all a big misunderstanding.
Again, though, and same as last episode, so I'm not going to go over this too much, but it's showing where he is, again, on the moral scale of things, right? I think the fact that he's bothered this much by it and worried this much for people who rejected him, essentially, it just shows you that he is, at heart, a good person, despite, you know, anything that might be going on around him. And maybe there's an element of, you know, trying to be a good person as well. I do think he is, but I think, you know, with the flashback that we got at the beginning of the episode with Chuck and his past and Saul's past, I do think there is an element of him trying to do good. Like I say, that's a caveat to the whole situation. I do think he is a good person at heart as well. I think he's just going to get, you know, twisted as we go along. But yeah, again, just a reminder here that he does care, and his empathy is actually quite present. Okay, so they're just checking he's still there. Are they going to pick him up? Yeah. Oh.
Down! Show your hands! You guys are cops!
Ooh, okay.
This is lawyer.
Who's lawyer?
Interesting. So they're onto Nacho's case. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's really bad timing for Saul.
Going in or what?
You asked for me?
Oh, he looks very angry. To be fair though, I'm not being funny. Like, if Saul, well, I'm pretty certain that Saul's going to get him off, right? Again, behave. He's going to pay Saul so well. This is definitely not going to be a $700 and go, you know?
Cops tracked your van and you found blood on the floor.
Is that seriously? Man, I thought he'd be cleverer than that. I guess though, let's not forget we're in an age where technology is still coming on.
I feel very good about knocking your sentence down 18 years.
Ooh. Please let him talk, Saul. By the way, it's so interesting just seeing Saul come in to represent someone in this kind of room, and the stark contrast again to how he was in Breaking Bad. You know, you always saw him just bursting in with confidence, wisecracking to the cops. When, you know, just before he came in here, the cops were like, "You going in then?" He's so out of his element, and it's such a contrasting picture to what we had in Breaking Bad. And again, just reminds you again, prequel. This is a Saul not quite in his prime, not quite as confident as we know him, maybe not quite as good as we know him too.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, okay.
You gave my score to another crew and now you're setting me up.
What?
That was your van outside the house.
I was there.
Okay.
They were fine when I left.
Right, so it's a completely different crew.
I told my plan to one.
Exactly.
You.
Yeah.
Now here I am.
It is suspicious, but that's almost more intriguing because we know it wasn't Saul that did that. You got a leak, Nacho.
If they find something on me or my partners for real,
it's on you.
It's gonna be bad for you. You get me out of here today or you're a dead man.
Well, that is an ultimatum. You gotta work some magic, boy.
He doesn't know because he didn't do it.
Interesting. No, he actually didn't.
That family is in real danger.
I love it. I love that element of mystery. I really, really do. You know, because like we as the audience know most of the time more information than the characters in the show, but we don't know that either. No one in the show knows it. It's a mystery that's so good. I can't wait. I'm so interested as to who might be, and maybe someone we know, you know, from Breaking Bad. Maybe someone in the Salamanca clan crew. Maybe Tuco is the leak also. I don't know. Sorry, I'm speculating. I don't know.
My guy didn't do it.
How are you so sure?
Yeah, that's a hard one to explain, to be fair.
Got an innocent man in there right now who I demand you release with an apology.
What?
I think that's a good idea. I think we should invite Mr. McGill to the house.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Saul, just get on board. Oh, she's going to try and guilt him?
This is the son's room, Warren, 12 years old.
Yeah, she's trying to guilt him a little bit. And why wouldn't she think that he's holding back?
She's 7.
She's 7, there you go. Yeah, she's guilting him. She's got enough to go on that she knows he was holding stuff back on that call, right? I think we've got a little bit of evidence in this show, small as it is, that she is sharp, right? So it's like, why would she not assume that he's holding back again?
Where's the doll?
She's
holding the same doll, so where's the doll?
Oh, they fabricated it. Do you think they fabricated it, the family? Because they know they're guilty. Because the little girl would have taken the doll, but that means that it was voluntary. Like, they left voluntarily. Unless she just grabbed it, I suppose. But I wouldn't put it past this family. I think they are guilty of taking the 1.6 mil or whatever, right? And, you know, people being like, oh, someone calling and being like, oh, they're coming for the money. I do feel like it would make them scarper. It would scare them, right? And so they're going to make it look like someone's coming. But why? Why? There's still some questions unanswered. I don't know. I just do feel like maybe they made it look like they were ransacked and someone came in and then they just left. But the little girl was allowed to take her. We'll see. We'll see.
Which means the kid wasn't dragged out of the house. Maybe the Kettlemans kidnapped themselves.
Hello. Oh, Stuart Little, man. I haven't thought about that little boy in years.
If you run, everyone knows you're guilty.
Right, so they just want to get away with the money.
You're a victim, right? They staged this to throw everyone off.
Yeah.
There's no record of a taxi or car service to the house. They didn't get any planes or...
So they walked a little bit.
The girl was scared, crying. Bad guy lets the kid take the doll to shut her up.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah, that's one way of thinking about it.
I gave them a warning call.
A warning call?
Yeah, I was...
Yeah, he's the only one that knows that info. So fair.
I called the Kettlemans anonymously to warn them.
Anonymously?
Are they in the boat?
You didn't do the sex robot voice, did you?
I did.
No, Saul.
He's a very bad guy.
Jimmy, tell the police.
There's no way I'm gonna rat on.
Yeah.
And if they never catch them?
The Kettlemans? You've met these people, right?
The Kettlemans are our clients. This would mean incriminating them.
This is why people hate lawyers.
It's Hamlin's call. And even if it were up to me, you know I couldn't.
Yeah, what did you get up to, dude? Why? Oh, he's never gonna let you back in, dude. Not until you pay more, right?
I suggest you find parking somewhere else.
Oh my god.
This is your job, so by definition, it's...
He's kind of doing it, dude. Mike is so stubborn. You gotta love it, eh?
What are you gonna do? You got a poop-filled diaper in there?
Oh, wow.
Throw it at me?
He is very much underestimating Mike.
On geezer?
Yeah.
Lawyer's got this bull theory. You know the story?
I read the paper.
There's your guy over there.
You on board?
Hello, hello.
Let's do some good.
Oh, he didn't like that at all, did he?
Sure.
Ooh, he didn't like that at all.
I laid finger on him.
Well, whatever your interpretation, it was still an assault.
Come on, wow. No. Mike's gonna be like, no, you're fine. I'll let you off. Just because this guy like grabbed him and was like, hey, come and help me. Really, really interesting. Clearly some trauma there for Mike at this point. I wonder if that story that I was talking about in Breaking Bad, has that happened already? Has he already like kind of, you know, got out of the force for that reason? Because this cop was trying to use him, right? He very much did not like being used by the police. Interesting.
Nacho is Nacho Man. Nobody took the Kettlemans. The Kettlemans took themselves.
Yeah, Mike, paying attention. I think Mike believes him as well. That little look there, I think he believes him.
Right, let's go to booking.
Yeah, sure.
Nah, Mike's gonna come in.
Do a perfect day.
Guys, wait a second. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
You want to press charges?
No. You want him to want to.
No, I don't.
What are you doing, buddy? I thought you had our backs.
Ah, it's that, isn't it? It's the cop. Ah, you got our backs, right? I'll have your back and you have mine. Something happened back in the day. Oh yeah, I'm going to play this scene out. Maybe he's gonna accuse them. And I think it is just, sorry, I did say I was going to play it. I am. But I think it's just Mike being his own person, being his own man, and being like, you're not going to control me.
No, I don't think I said that, buddy.
You get a chance to do the right thing and you out?
Ooh, behave.
Yeah, well, I guess it's my loss.
Maybe we're gonna get a conversation. Let's have a look.
Why don't you quit while you're ahead and go on your way?
Yeah, you should though.
Something resembling a heart inside your body.
I don't think he likes cops and the buddy, you know, system they have. I feel like maybe he had someone's back and they didn't have his, right? They betrayed him. And he knows how hollow that is when, you know, maybe they're down to the line, down to the wire.
Because you believe me.
I think he does believe you, yeah.
All right, I believe you.
I knew it.
Ooh, PI is gonna hire him. Police aren't gonna do it.
Why do you believe me?
I heard the details. Your story makes sense. Of course.
Because he's a good cop, he's a good PI, good investigator, and he's been reading about it in the paper.
How'd they get out of the country?
They didn't.
Yeah.
Odds are they didn't get out of the neighborhood.
Boat? Oh my god. Could you imagine?
When I was still on the job back...
Of course, I knew that as well back in Philly. He was back in Philly. So sorry, I am right. Yeah, and to be fair, if I'd have been paying more attention, I probably could have just called this before. But like, it was Philly, of course it was. Yeah, so his era as a cop is over. Fair enough. So yeah, so he's very against the force, I guess. You know, he's very disillusioned with their power and what they can do and actually preventing crime. You know, if that story that he told us in Breaking Bad is anything to go by, which I think it is. Yeah, interesting.
Took $6 million in bets. He was 2 doors down from where he lived. Hid there for 6 months.
Wow. I swear to God, if they're in the boat, man. Or is there like a secret entrance to like a bunker? Oh man, I'm going a little bit too far maybe. Are they camped out behind there? Or is there a path up to the mountains? Yeah, that's a path. Okay. My man, you should have brought someone out here with you. Oh wow, this boy been walking for a while. Oh, we can hear him. Wow. The audacity of this plan by this family. This stinks of the wife, by the way. Absolutely her plan. Amazing. His face. Hello, good.
Hey, it's me. Listen to this.
To be quiet.
You hear that? I found your dumb client.
Dude, speak lower, please.
I'm taking them back to their place.
No, literally, dude, my goodness. They ain't gonna come with you.
I think we have time for one more before bed. Do we have to?
White people are wild. I'm so sorry. Just singing before bed, that's insane. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I realize this is my culture. I'm not happy with it.
Here's Johnny!
Sorry, by the way, I use culture lightly.
Civilization awaits.
Finally.
Did she just click at him like a dog?
Yes, it is! You're done! Yes!
What's in the bag? What's in the bag? Amazing. Really? Guys. Oof. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, there we are. There we have it. Nacho indeed. I tell you what, for an episode titled Nacho, he wasn't in it all that much, actually. The impression that I've honestly got from this episode is that it's very laying the foundations still. You know what I mean? We're still laying the foundations for what's to come. Very interesting. Again, I maybe should have called it before now, but the fact that Mike has already been through his police phase. Yeah, I do wonder. I feel like we're going to get flashbacks, though. I think the fact that we got that flashback really early on with Chuck and Jimmy. I do feel like we're going to get some flashbacks with Mike and maybe his days as a cop, but it's interesting. He reminds me of Yoda. He feels like he's on exile, you know, his own personal exile, right? And to be fair, I don't know if that he is happy. I think he's happier than he was for sure. But I do feel like, you know, the show is subtly pushing him into this place of like PI, right? Which is where we know he goes, right? But I saw the building blocks for that in this episode as well. So that's interesting. And now that Saul actually knows, you know, his past and the fact that he clocked that Saul was onto it, right? We're getting little notes of that. And I think, you know, that's going to be the connection, the connective tissue to get him into that place, right? That Saul has seen that. And I think he's going to be like, hey, you know, you've got the skills. Can you help me with this? You know, whatever happens in the show going forward, we'll see. Yeah, and I think for an episode that has Nacho in the title, I think I wanted to see a little bit more Nacho, honestly. But again, hey, I'm happy. I'm happy for him to be a slow burn, to be fair. Again, we're seeing touches of him, you know, last episode, this episode. I mean, I'm not in any rush to kind of see where he goes and see what his inclusion in the show brings us. Interesting as well that I do feel like I'm being teased. Hamlin as well. I do feel like I want to get into his character a little bit more. We saw a little bit more of him this episode, none of him last episode. And so, yeah, I do. Slow burns, right? I'm feeling slow burns. That's why I say I feel like, again, it's been more of a foundational episode, kind of laying the groundwork going forward of what we're going to find and where this series actually does end up going. A lot of drip feeding, a lot of kind of teasing. Yeah. Interesting. Lots of speculation to be had. I won't have that here, but yeah, we'll see. Thank you, as always, for watching this video. If you are new to the channel, hey, why not just go down, mate, and subscribe, okay? Thank you, as always, to my beautiful patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to the rest of you as well. I've been Tyler Alexander. This has been Better Call Saul Sunday, and we will be back with another episode next week as well. So I will see you very, very soon. See you there. See you before then as well, maybe. Oh. Tease me. No, stop it. All right, bye. You thought I forgot, but it's been here the whole time.